Hello, I'm Beth Summers from the Wilton Test Kitchen, and I want to show you today how easy it can be to ice a buttercream cake. Now, you might be thinking, it is not easy to ice a perfectly smooth buttercream cake, and no, it is not. But Wilton has come up with a new tool to help you do that, and it is called the Icing Smoother. Now, this new tool is going to help you get completely straight sides and a completely smooth finish on your buttercream iced cakes, and that is a perk. Obviously if you're doing a buttercream cake, but it's also great if you're covering your cakes with fondant because it's going to give you the very defined angles that you would be looking for before you covered your cake. Now, how does the Icing Smoother work? It is a double-sided blade with a comfort grip handle in the center, and it is 9 inches tall. So it's great because even if you're doing a really, really tall cake, you're going to be able to get the entire side of that cake in one swing. And I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to use this as well. Now, it's really important when you're icing your cakes to use icing that is the correct consistency, that it's not too stiff to spread, okay? So it's going to be a little bit looser than if you were, say, doing roses or borders or something like that. Really important to start with that because if your icing is too stiff to start with, it's going to give you a lot more problems. Okay. So I've made sure my icing is a really nice consistency, and you're just going to start by icing the cake as you would regularly, the top and the sides. And as you can see, I'm not icing it perfectly by any means, but it is also not super duper wavy or anything like that, because the more wavy it is to start with, the more times we're going to have to go around the cake with our smoother. So I'm just going around as I normally would. Iced my cake, I colored my icing today with a nice pastel green color, because why not? But it's just a regular buttercream icing that I'm using. And you could certainly use this tool for meringue icing as well. Anything that you're covering the cake with will work. Chocolate icing, anything like that. Just a tiny bit more. Okay, and I do have my cake on a turntable, and the turntable will be great for using this tool. All right, so you can see I've got my cake completely covered with icing, but not a perfect finish. Now what you're going to do is take the Icing Smoother, and you're going to visualize this part of the tool, this end of the tool, being completely in the center of the cake. You're going to hold it at about a 45-degree angle away from you, and you're just going to barely let this side graze the cake. And then you're going to start rotating very slowly. And as you get more comfortable with the tool, you will be able to be a little bit faster with this as well. And just a few rotations and you get a very nice, very flat finish. Now you can use this part of the tool, the grip, and just scrape the icing back into your bowl. Scrape the excess that comes off of the cake. Now we're going to do the same thing on the sides. And this is a 90-degree angle here, which is good because we are going to rest the bottom of the tool directly on the cake board, okay? And what you need to do is lock your arm completely to your side. I kind of like to rest my elbow almost on my hip, and it's not going to leave my side because the straighter my arm is and the less I move my arm, the less I will move my hand. The goal is to be as still as possible. We're going to place the tool right here at the side of the cake, just again barely grazing the icing. We don't need to take off a ton because we can do this a few times. I'm going to take my hand and slowly again rotate one time. One complete turn of the turntable, and I'm going to lift and scrape. Okay, gonna need to do this a couple times, no big deal. Again, my elbow is locked into my hip, my hand is not moving, tool is rested on the board, going for a complete rotation. Just like that. We're getting a little bit smoother every time I go around. I'm going to go one more time, and I used to work in a bakery and we used to call this the death spiral because no matter how many times you went around and around, you might always still have a little tiny blemish or imperfection. But this is looking really good, and that's how easy it is to use this tool. Now, just like any cake decorating tool, the more you use it, the easier it gets. So don't be afraid to get one of these and try it out, and don't be upset if your cake doesn't look absolutely perfect your first time. Use it a few times, practice with it, it's going to be awesome. You just finish the top like you would any buttercream cake with a little offset spatula. And this is great for this as well because it's a great scraper. and you will get really, really nice, clean, perfect sides and a top. Great for leaving just as a buttercream cake or for doing fondant. Thanks a lot.